In today's video, I want to talk about impermanent loss rebalancing, why I don't concern myself too much with impermanent loss, and as long as you stick to these rules, you're going to be okay. Now, that said, impermanent loss is a real thing. If you're constantly rebalancing, if you're setting too tight ranges and the market dips, you will lock in losses. And as the market recovers, it does get harder to keep up with that recovery because you've already locked in your losses and now you'll be buying it back as the market goes back up. So it's really important to understand this. Now, if you have any questions during this video, do leave them in the comments below. By the way, we are doing our weekly giveaways yet again on YouTube. So if you do leave a comment, you're automatically entered into our giveaway. Also, we're doing a $1,000 giveaway this month for the podcast. So if you haven't checked out the podcast yet, it's 5 minutes a day of DeFi wisdom. Do let me know in the comments and I'll send you a link for the podcast. Let's talk about it. I'm going to go into the UIG. If you are a UIG member, first of all, big shout out. What's up? Let me know if you're a UIG member. 2, there's a post that comes out every week, which it's to earn your DeFi Income earner badges. We do this for a few reasons. Biggest reason being we can click on your profile once you claim your badge and we know what you're earning. And that way we know how to answer your questions because the more you're earning, typically the answers to your questions get a little more advanced. So there's a point to all this. I want to bring something up here. There were members earning their $500 per month level, 3,554 level. I want to read this one out. This is a really, really good write-up here that's going to explain impermanent loss a little bit, or why we don't concern ourselves about it too much depending on how you're playing this. Robert says, almost $7,000 per month in realized fees. So that's fees collected over the last 82 days. Awesome. So he's been using a new tracker and he's gotten to almost $7,000 per month over the last 3 months or so. I joined in late April and since then a total 2, which is part of the tracking spreadsheet. But basically what he's saying is his whole portfolio is down 18%. And overall, my DeFi portfolio is just breaking even. This is really important, which is fantastic, all things considered. I'll share my full portfolio in the future, but I wanted to include that the positions that are up a decent amount despite that For those who are new, once you've got into some pools and are comfortable, I believe developing a good tracking system is very important, 100%. Is your portfolio up or down from where you started? What are your fees and profits for each pool? Is each position beating out holding? Revert Finance is a great tool for this. We use that often. Which positions are performing best and which are underperforming? By the way, we also use Track My Liquidity by Chad Castleman, who's a UIG member, built a really, really awesome software to track portfolios. You get access to it. I want to say one thing here, right here. My total portfolio is down 18% from April, which would be the case because markets are down a little bit. And depending what you're in, you'll be up or down that a little bit. If you have wide ranges, your portfolio value just goes down by 18%. You're still making cash flow, and then you could take that cash flow and you could buy back those assets. So it's really cool here. This is, once you get this, yield farming and building a DeFi business becomes so easy and less stressful. Your DeFi portfolio value might be down 18%. But you've also made, in this instance, he's been making $6,760. So let's just say over 3 months, let's just say $15,000. And then you can use that $15,000 or $1,500 in your instance or $500 or whatever you're earning. You can buy back assets as they drop in price. Or like I do, I take these fees collected, I convert to stable. And when the markets bottom out, I'm able to buy stuff back in. So this is what's really cool. If the markets are down and you were just holding, you would be down 18%. I really hope we get this. You would be down 18%, but he's breaking even. Why is that? Because the fees he's producing are making up for that loss. So even if he's at break even, he has the same value portfolio while the whole market is down. What's going to happen when the markets come back up? Which is why it's very important to do your DeFi business in assets and coins and tokens that you would hold long-term anyways. And once that clicks for people, they're like, oh, that makes sense. One portfolio is for cash flow. Let me know if this is making sense. This is like a breakthrough moment for people. When I see this click in people, if I'm working with someone one-on-one and they're just like, oh, I get it. And they're so much more motivated to actually deploy capital because now they get how these mechanics work. Now you still have to track. You still can't get away with setting tight ranges and locking in a bunch of impermanent loss. And I want to show you one thing here. But the point is that you set wider ranges, you get into blue chip assets, you get into things you believe in. Your portfolio total value may be going down, but you see you're breaking even or you're positive because of the fees you're collecting, and how you invest those fees will dictate what happens when the market's correct. And you go from break even to being ahead 18, 20% when the market's correct, versus if you were just holding, you would maybe eventually break even because the market would just come back to what it was, but you weren't earning fees the whole time. I think someone else in here left something. As of today, I would like to share my August performance with you. So far, I have accumulated $3,766 in fees. Most people in August, their portfolio is just flat. If you've been holding, it's flat. Here, we've collected almost $4,000 in fees. And now you can invest that $4,000 in things that, again, you want to invest in. It's huge. So just to talk about rebalancing, there's a reason why we don't do auto rebalancing. This is like my little aerodrome portfolio. Let's say I wanted to rebalance, or I set up an auto rebalance, and let's just say we go out of range on the bottom here. And if I just rebalance 50-50, I am locking in impermanent loss, and I am buying back, in this instance, a bunch of ETH as the prices keep declining. What we do is what we call the snuggle. And again, I can do a video just on the snuggle. There's a few different strategies you can use as well. But let's say I go out of range, and the market's slowly bottoming out and the momentum is slowing down, and I have a look at the charts and I have a look at what's going on, and I say, hey, I'm going to rebalance, but I'm not going to 50-50 this thing so I don't lock in all that impermanent loss. I'll take a tiny hit, but you can snuggle, rebalance just within that range, and then you can go higher on the upside. So what I do typically when markets slow down, I'll buy a ton of ETH, I'll enter a liquidity pool, and I'll basically enter with 99% ETH. I'll set a wide range on the upside, so as the price of ETH goes up, I'm basically dollar cost averaging out. Please let me know if this is landing, because again, this is a game changer. I'm dollar cost averaging out as the price of ETH goes up. I'm earning fees the whole time. I'm locking in profits. And like in this example, I entered ETH kind of at the tiny little crash we had a few weeks ago. I've been earning fees the whole time. And it's been a lot of fees. APRs are down right now, but on average, it's been around 110 to 140%. I entered at the bottom of this range. I rode the range the whole way up. Now I rode it right back down. If I would have just held ETH, I would be basically break even. But I've earned thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars in fees, and I've been able to invest that into more liquidity pools, into ETH, etc. Is this landing? I hope it does, because this opens the gate for many people into like, oh, that makes sense. And they stop seeing their DeFi portfolio, and they start understanding the difference between their DeFi cash flow portfolio and their bull run holding portfolio. I like to fund my bull run with risk-free capital that I earn from my DeFi portfolio. And so if my DeFi portfolio is printing me cash, I buy and hold and build my bull run bag, and I'm less emotional about the price fluctuations because crypto is crazy. And then I have my ladder out points. And now my DeFi business is making me money. I'm taking that money and making more money over here, yield on yield. And typically I'm also lending stables out, or getting into blue chip, or getting into more blue chip liquidity pools, yield on yield on yield. And if you're patient with this and you keep building and you keep growing and you keep adding little DeFi businesses from the income you're creating, the compound effect is real. And you will be like some of these people here in the UIG, making $4,000 a month, or I think level 6 would be $7,500 a month, I believe. I should triple check that. There we go. Level 6 is $5,000 per month. And so you earn these badges throughout your journey in the UIG. We have had people hit all of these. Yes, we've had people hit $100,000 a month. We actually have someone in Fast Track doing over $10,000 per day, which is wild. That's over $250,000 per month in fees. And remember, your DeFi portfolio will always fluctuate. You've got to be okay with that. And your bull run portfolio will fluctuate as well. And if we're in stuff we believe in long term, and we can get off the computer when markets are volatile, and you have a long-term vision, I can pretty close to guarantee you that this space will be bigger in 10 years than it is now. It's inevitable. So if you're in the game, you increase your chances of luck and success by being in the game, being patient, having a long-term vision. That's my video for the day. I hope something landed. Do let me know in the comments. Like this video if you liked it. Subscribe to this channel. This channel does not grow without your support, so comment below. Share this video with someone who this could be helpful for. A lot of people are gambling. They're not investing. And what I'll also do is I'll leave 4 videos on the corners of your screen. Study this stuff. Dive in. Watch 1 or 2 more videos on this channel. Stay plugged in. And with that said, I'm going to let you go. Peace.